you're not lost. And somehow, that might be the harder problem. Because there's a specific kind of person who never truly loses their way. They know where they're going. They understand what they feel. They see patterns in people, in situations, in themselves, that most people never notice at all. And yet, something still feels off. Not broken. Not confused. Just slightly removed from everything. Like you're watching your own life play out. From one step behind the glass. You show up. You function. You're fine. But fine isn't the same as fully alive. And deep down, you know the difference. Here's what no one talks about. The opposite of being lost isn't being found. Sometimes, it's being so self-aware that you can't stop watching yourself long enough to actually live. And that's not a flaw. It's not weakness. It might be the most invisible trap that only catches the most thoughtful people. This is the story of what happens when your greatest strength quietly becomes the thing holding you still. It starts small. So small you don't even notice. You say something in a conversation, and before the sentence is even finished, there's already a second voice in your head. Was that the right word? Did that land the way I meant it? What did their expression mean? It feels like attentiveness. And for a while, it is. But then it becomes something else. You stop showing up to moments. You start auditing them. A dinner with someone you love becomes a performance review. A quiet Sunday becomes a question. Am I using this time right? A decision that should take minutes stretches into days. Because you need to understand it fully before you act. And here's the part that's hard to admit. The more you analyze, the less certain you feel. Not because you're wrong, but because your mind is very, very good at finding the other side of every argument, including the ones inside yourself. So you think more? You reflect more? You wait for clarity. But clarity never quite arrives. Because the mind doesn't give clarity through more thinking. It gives the illusion of it. And you keep going back for more. This is what psychologists call metacognition. Thinking about your own thinking. It's a gift. Until it isn't. Here's what this costs you. That no one ever names directly. You stop trusting your own impulses. Not because they're wrong, but because you've analyzed them so many times that they no longer feel like yours. They feel like data points. And you become very good at understanding why you feel things, while feeling them less and less. You know why you're nervous before a difficult conversation. You can map the exact cognitive pattern behind your procrastination. You understand the childhood root of a particular fear. And none of that knowledge moves you a single inch closer to action. Because knowledge of a thing is not the same as changing a thing. Understanding that you're in a loop does not break the loop. And here's what makes it worse. It feels like progress. Every new insight feels like movement. But you wake up 6 months later, in the exact same place, now with a much more sophisticated explanation for why you're still there. That's the cruelest part. The trap is made of intelligence. The bars are built from self-awareness. And the lock is shaped like understanding. So you keep reaching for the one tool you trust most. More reflection. More clarity. More patience with yourself. And the door never opens. Because you're using the wrong key. There's a moment. And if you've lived inside your own head long enough, you know exactly the moment I mean. It's not dramatic. There's no collapse. It's quieter than that. It's a Tuesday afternoon. You're doing something ordinary. Washing dishes, walking somewhere, sitting in a car. And for a second, you catch yourself watching yourself do it. And you realize you can't remember the last time you just did something. Without the commentary. Without the analysis. Without the part of your mind that stands slightly apart. and keeps a running record of everything. And in that moment, something becomes clear. That all the reflection in the world never showed you. You are not your awareness of yourself. You are the one living. The observer is a tool. A useful, powerful, necessary tool. But a tool. And somewhere along the way, you handed that tool the wheel. You let the part of you designed to understand life start running it. And the part of you that was built to live it went quiet. Not gone. Quiet. It's still there. It was always still there, waiting for you to stop watching long enough to come back. So what does that actually look like? Not a philosophy, not a theory. What does it look like on a Tuesday morning? In a real life, with real noise and real pressure, and a mind that still defaults to analysis? It looks like this. You notice the pull to reflect, and instead of following it, you do the next thing. Not the right thing. Not the perfect thing. The next thing. You send the message before you've edited it 4 times. You say what you feel before you've fully understood why you feel it. You make the choice before the analysis is complete. Not recklessly. Trustingly. Because the people who live most fully aren't the ones who think less. They're the ones who've learned to act before certainty arrives. Because certainty almost never arrives. And waiting for it isn't patience. It's a quiet way of staying still, while telling yourself you're preparing. The shift isn't turning off your awareness. It's learning to use it, without becoming owned by it. Observation serves you. You don't serve observation. That's the whole thing. That's the only thing that changes anything. You're not lost. You never were. But you've been spending a long time standing at the edge of your own life, taking very detailed notes about what it might feel like to actually step in. And the notes are good. The notes are honest. They're thoughtful. They're real. But they are not the thing itself. At some point the analysis ends, and the living begins. Not because you finally figured everything out. Not because the uncertainty went away. But because you decided that imperfect movement is worth more than perfect stillness. You already know enough. You've always known enough. The person you've been watching, analyzing, waiting to become. That person is you. Right now. Not the future version with more clarity. Not the past version before the overthinking started. This version. The one who thinks too much and feels everything deeply. And still shows up. Even when the mind hasn't given permission yet. That's not a problem to solve. That's who you are. And who you are is more than enough to simply begin. You're not lost. You're just too aware to live normally. And maybe that's okay. Maybe that's the whole point.